Nebraska is currently hosting a four-star transfer quarterback on a visit. So in today's video, I'm going to go over who this guy is, what he brings to the table, what school does he come from, and everything you need to know, along with an update around a certain transfer running back target who has some connections to the Huskers. So really quick, we have a lot to get into. Make sure to hit that like button if you're fired up. And hey, we're getting so close to 9,000 subscribers. If you're new here, I post daily Husker football content, transfer portal updates, breaking news, recruiting updates, whatever you want, I got you covered. So if you could hit that subscribe button, it would help me out so greatly. We're getting so close to 9,000. Thank you so much. But without further ado, let's get into it. Going over this update, Nebraska is currently hosting former four-star quarterback Marcos Davila on a visit. It was just reported a couple hours ago that he is in Lincoln talking to the coaching staff, checking out the Huskers. Now, this is a guy who is in the class of 2024, was a four-star according to 24/7 Sports, was a high three-star according to the other recruiting sites. 6'3", 235 pounds, kind of a bigger quarterback, pocket passer, but very strong arm. Now, he was at Purdue for 1 year, redshirted, but when he entered the transfer portal, a lot of Purdue fans were very sad to see him leave. They thought he had tremendous potential. They thought he was making a big mistake. We're talking about a guy, again, who was one of the more highly touted recruits coming out of that 24 class, but he is currently on a visit with the Big Red. Now, this is interesting. I saw this article by On3 that was, way in the past, but they compared him to Patrick Mahomes. Again, good arm strength. He can get outside the pocket and make plays. Not necessarily a runner, but again, he can make those sidearm throws. And yeah, I mean, we have Patrick Mahomes 2.0 and Dylan Raiola. We might get Patrick Mahomes 3.0 here in Mr. Marcos Davila. So again, should be noted, he is on a visit right now. Nebraska has been going after transfer quarterbacks very hard. Again, we only have two quarterbacks right now on the roster. We have Dylan Raiola and we have TJ Lateef coming in. Hoiberg will officially play tight end. He's not going to be a quarterback anymore, not even our emergency quarterback. So we need a transfer quarterback. They're going to try their hand here with Marcos Davila. This is his first visit. I'd expect him to take some more visits, but Huskers are really trying to get him. But again, it's a hard sell. Whenever you have a transfer quarterback, they're going to try to go someplace where they can start. Now, Marcos Davila, he has to be okay with potentially not starting for the next 2 years if he comes here. That's why we really haven't had success getting a transfer quarterback. Last year we tried to get one. It didn't work out. We ended up getting Jalen Gramstad, who was an NAIA guy. So we'll see what happens here, but he is currently in Lincoln on a visit. But it's going to be a hard sell. You might have to give him some NIL money to say, hey, we just want you here as depth. Hopefully you don't play. But this guy, who honestly is a good player. I think, he has some upside, really strong arm, really good build, pocket passer, four-star out of high school. Like, this would be a pretty good get for the Huskers. I'm just not, I'm not going to expect us to land him just because it's super hard to convince these guys to sit on the bench for 2 years and then finally get some action. So wanted to give an update around Marcos Davila, former four-star quarterback. He has all 4 years of eligibility remaining and currently with Nebraska. He has no other visits lined up that we know of. Really quick, I want to give you guys an update about something that I've been receiving a lot of questions surrounding. This is Kewan Lacy. Now, this is a familiar name to many. He was a former four-star Nebraska running back commit until he flipped to Missouri. Again, coming out of the 2024 class, he just entered the transfer portal, and a lot of people are asking whether or not he will reconsider the Huskers and come back. Now, my answer to this is probably not. More likely 100% no. Now, the first thing is that we're not full at running back. I do want a running back transfer because we only have 5 guys right now in that room, 2 of which are true freshmen. It would be nice to get a transfer there. But it is of my understanding that when Emmett Johnson came back to Nebraska, we made him a couple of deals. Number one, we upped his NIL. He's getting a pretty penny. Number two, we promised that he would be the starting running back slash, at least share carries with Dowdle. And number three, they kind of promised him, hey, we're not going to take a high quality running back transfer. So Ahmad Hardy was a guy who was transferred from ULM that Nebraska had interest in. They're no longer pursuing him because Emmett Johnson's coming back. So I'd imagine that they don't end up going and getting Kewan Lacy. Although if I were on that staff, I absolutely would. I believe Kewan Lacy is an absolute stud. Again, as a true freshman, had 100 rushing yards, 23 carries. They burned his red shirt in the same way Oregon stupidly burned Dante Dowdell's red shirt and played him in 5 games. Missouri did the exact same thing. I talked about that in a previous video. Like, Missouri just really mishandled Kewan Lacy. That's why he entered the portal. But this guy's a stud. I think I'm going to make a bold claim. I think Kewan Lacy has a higher ceiling than Dante Dowdell and Emmett Johnson. This guy is an absolute freak. I loved him out of high school. I love that Nebraska had his commitment. I was really sad when he decommitted. But just wanted to update you guys with that. I just don't think Nebraska is going to land him or really going to pursue him at all because of kind of Emmett Johnson coming back. Although I wouldn't be too shocked if we try to at least get a transfer running back just because we don't have too many guys in that room right now, just kind of 5 or 6. Would like to add one, but I don't think we will. I don't think we'll add a transfer running back, let alone a guy of Kewan Lacy's stature who's going to be a future NFL guy. But again, unfortunate news there. I would like us to go after him because he was a guy who has Nebraska connections. It is what it is. He made a poor decision. And I called it out at the time. I said, Kewan Lacy, the main reason he flipped to Missouri was for that NIL. Same way Williams-Dewannery did. Look how that turned out. Missouri is where careers go to die. I wish Kewan Lacy the best of luck. That's a really good player, though, and we'll see where he goes. All right, guys, want to give you an update around that. Let me know in the comment section your thought. Hey, if you made this far in the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Please subscribe. Getting so close to 9,000. Appreciative of every single one of you. All right, guys, once again, hit that like button, subscribe, comment your thoughts. Go Big Red, go Rhule, and see you in the next one.